It was a cold night on the island of Sodoa. The engines are going back to their shed. Henry was luckily okay from the accident earlier that evening. It was still picking it up. Hank was heavily damaged. Percy was puffing off with the mail train. So Topham Hatt spoke up. Engines. Charlie is on the mainland right now. He went looking for Spencer, apparently, and now it is so cold he will be on the mainland tonight. I need a few engines to go around the island and search for Percy. Then you guys will get the day off. I was thinking maybe Edward and Oliver, someone like that. Yes, sir, said Edward. I would love to look for Spencer. There's a good engine. And Oliver, would you like to? Yes, sir, said Oliver. Perfect. Now the rest of you can go to sleep. And that's what the engines did. The engines started to puff away and go back to their sheds. By the time Henry got back, there were no spots in the sheds. Bother, he said, no spots. Yeah, said Donald, I'm stuck outside too. Oh, bother, said Henry. Meanwhile, Edward and Oliver were going to find Charlie and Toby. Edward and Oliver were on their way to go find Spencer. They soon came to a crossing. Let's split up, said Edward. I will go to the mainland and you search on the upper track. Okay, said Oliver. The two engines rushed away. Oliver realized Marion was asleep. He hit Marion. Oh, the Marion. I'll move, she said. Who are you, a diesel? She shoved Oliver back. They both bewailed. Marion then realized it was Oliver and helped him back on the track. Sorry, Oliver, she said. Good night. And Marion rushed backwards. Oh, said Oliver. And he rushed away too. Where could Spencer be, said Oliver. Maybe he's hiding in these sheds. Oliver came up and blew his whistle. Peep, peep. Does anyone know where Spencer is in here? No, said some of the engines. These two are empty beside me, said Bill. Okay, said Oliver. Goodbye. And he rushed away. Charlie, meanwhile, had derailed off the track and was frozen to the water. Help, he said. Edward was on the mainland. He then came and accidentally hit Charlie. Whoa, said Charlie. Edward grabbed Charlie. Charlie, you're frozen. Edward tried to pull Charlie, but he was frozen. Ugh. Charlie just then fell in. Ah, he said, and was swept away. Uh-oh, said Edward. Charlie then flew on the other track. How do I get there, said Edward. Ah, he said. Connor and Caitlin came and hit Edward right off the track. Whoa, they said. He flew through the air and landed into the sea. Ah! He screamed, help me! Connor, stop, said Caitlin. Caitlin then diverted out of the way and Connor rushed through. I think I just hit someone, she said. She looked over and saw Charlie on the other track. You okay, Charlie? Whoa! Charlie fell over. Yes, said Charlie. Then Caitlin looked on. She found Edward in the water. Help! He screamed, help! Oh no, Edward's stuck in the waterway over there. What should I do? Caitlin rushed away. I need to go get help immediately, and she rushed into Sodoa. What was that about, said Marion. While in the water, Edward heard a voice. Edward! Edward looked back. Winston? Yes, I'm stuck out here too. I got frozen. Oh dear, Winston, what are we supposed to do? I don't know. The two were shivering. I'm frozen to the lake, Edward. I don't know when I'll get out. Hopefully this coldness calms down soon, said Edward. and they hoped and waited. Caitlin, meanwhile, rushed into Sodor. She came near the sheds and blew her whistle very loud. All the engines woke up, and then Sir Topham Hatt heard it from his house. Caitlin, he said, what are you doing on my railway? Sir Topham Hatt, I'm very sorry, but I accidentally hit Edward right off the track and he flew into the ocean. What? Yes, I'm so very sorry. How are we supposed to get him? Now I have 2 frozen engines in the lake, a missing engine, and... Oh, Topham Hatt was mad. Caitlin! Sorry, sir, said Caitlin, but I just came to tell you the news, and she rushed away. Hey, get back here immediately! All the yelling woke up Donald and he came back. Sir, climb in. No, Donald, said Sir Topham Hatt. I'm going back to bed. And he walked away. Oh, boy, said Donald and puffed back. Caitlin, meanwhile, was speeding away. Yeah, and then she flew off. Ah! She hit the bridge that his Flying Scotsman was on. Oh dear, he said. He was stuck. I'm stuck. The Flying Scotsman then came down. He said. Connor then was pushing him. I got you, Flying Scotsman. Oh, thank you, Connor. And Connor pushed him to safety. Caitlin was in the water. She screamed. Uh-oh, said Ferdinand. Get something. Meanwhile, Oliver flew up the hill. He looked and looked. I need answers, he shouted. He saw the Diesels. I need answers. Just then Diesel came around. I need to know where Spencer is. The whole island is looking for him. Diesel did not say a word. Diesel, I know you... No, said Oliver. He switched lines. Diesel, I need you to tell me where where Spencer is. Even if he's gone or not gone, where is he? We just need to know. And then Sir Topham Hatt will say you're a really useful engine. I'll tell him that you told me whatever you say. Diesel spoke up. Fine, Oliver. I found Spencer in the water, and then he got picked up by a freighter. It took him to the works, and we don't know where he'll be going after that. Thanks, said Oliver. He rushed away. I have to go tell Topham Hatt. Don't bump me, said Diesel. I'm sorry, said Oliver. I didn't mean to. Oh, steamy, thought Diesel. Topham Hatt was still walking back to his house. Unbelievable. I can't get any sleep. All of a sudden, Oliver came flying up. Sir, said Oliver. Sir. Oliver, said Sir Topham Hatt. I'm trying to go to sleep. He hopped up. What could it be this time? Sir, said Oliver. I know where Spencer is. Where? Spencer got picked up by a freighter and taken to the work. At least I know where he is, said Sir Topham Hatt. Good night. He hopped off and walked away. Good night, said Oliver, and he puffed away too. The next day, the engines just had woken up. Then Oliver puffed in. I know where Spencer is. Where? Said all the engines. Where is he? Yeah, where is he? He is at the works. Oh, since he fell in the ocean, so he didn't get swept away. No, said Oliver. A very tired Sir Topham Hatt walked to the sheds. Engines, said Sir Topham Hatt. I have 1 word of advice. Please go do your daily trains. I am going to leave, I'm gonna leave Hero in charge, and you guys will please go do their trains. Okay, said Hero. And then, you guys can go do your trains, and I'm going to bed, and I'm also telling you that Edward, got pushed into the ocean last night by Caitlin by accident, but she's in the water too, so please do not go across to the mainland today. You need all trains on Sodor, and if you do go to the mainland, there will be consequences. We already have Charlie over there. I don't want any more engines going over there. And Sir Topham Hatt walked away. After Sir Topham Hatt left, there was silence, and then 70 engines went to go do their work. I get to pull the express today, said James. Okay, said Hero, and the engines went off to work. The end.